Hello guys and welcome to Infinite Transcendence. I am back again, didn't forget about you, trying a new format. What I want to do now is start releasing a video every about three videos a week. I'm going to do probably one article, a lengthy article, and do about 3 parts. I'm going to start doing series. And I'm going to do it that way, like I had the wealth versus poverty series. I'm going to start doing these in series to give you content on a more regular basis, but also make it more in-depth, so you get in constant video and audio. And today, the series is going to be about crazy dating, and more specifically, how to avoid crazy people and how to avoid dating them, the telltale signs that they're in your life, or that you're approaching them or dealing with them, and how to get rid of them, because we all date. Dating is a normal part of life. You know, we all want to get out, meet the opposite sex or the same sex, have sex, make commitments, find partners. Whatever your goal is, you're going to run into people who don't always suit your needs and don't always give you what aren't always compatible with you. They're too chaotic, they're too out of control. And one of the big things about it is that people who are out of control can be fun and exciting, but they're not always great relationship material. So it depends on what you're looking for. Like for a guy, a lot of guys want one night flings type of thing. They're looking for more of that. They like the wild, crazy types. But if you're looking for a serious partner, you might not want that. And myself, I've had deal with a lot of crazy chicks and women. I want to talk about it specifically because as a person that's always out there moving around meeting different people, you start to be able to pick up signs, and I want to help you avoid them and to hopefully keep your amount of dealing with them down to a minimum, or I guess if you want to contain how you deal with them. So I look at dealing with dates or opposite sex or women, or since I'm a guy, is a lot like customers. I mean, from my business, it's like weeding. You want to weed out the good customers from the bad, and the more experience you have, the more you start to see signs that a customer's too much hassle, not worth it, is going to complain too much, it's going to be too difficult. So you find ways to screen those people out to get the kind of customer you want. Like I have online pay, service agreements, things like that. But the reason for that is not specifically just for that, but it's also to get rid of the pain in the butt customers, the tire kickers, the people who are going to make it not worth your time, because nobody wants to invest a lot of time and effort into an individual or an investment and have them turn out bad. It cause you a lot of emotional and financial and whatever type of grief, maybe even legal problems, maybe even hurt your social circle. You want to get away from that. So what are some ways to tell these people are unstable? Well, for instance, things about them, they change your mood a lot. A lot of times people in the early stage, a lot of these signs are going to be kind of not so obvious because they're in the early stages, so people tend to put their best foot forward. So just so you're aware of that, a lot of these things can be very subtle. And again, some things, like I said, changing in mood constantly. People, one minute they're like this, 1 minute they're like that, 1 minute they're out of control. They may take little things and flip it out on you, make you look like the guilty party. That's a common trait of people who are unstable and chaotic. So keep that in mind. And sometimes not always big. Sometimes it can be very, very subtle. Like you'll find out they're upset about something one day, then they're happy when they see you, and you think maybe I'll put them in a good mood. But sometimes these people can just be chaotic. And a lot of times people can tell stories about themselves. Another sign is you hear a lot of stories about people that sound too good to be true, or too bad to be true. I know early on, one of my first loves, I guess you call it, way back when, is this person. A lot of bad stories. Everything was bad. Horrible this, trauma that, bad family experiences here. Everything was just the worst. Dead family members. It was just a bunch. It was just everything that could possibly go wrong always went wrong for this person. Sometimes it gets into a point where it's so bad that it's hard to believe. People like that often use experiences like that to gain sympathy, to make you feel bad for them. People obviously say things that are too good to be true. Things they say are unbelievable and just out of control. A lot of people like that want to put that projection of being likable out early. So those are things to look for. People who can't keep a commitment, are late all the time, unreliable, flaky, which you're going to see a lot nowadays, especially from a guy's perspective dealing with chicks. A lot of guys, from what I tell me, a lot of girls are flaky, but they're just unstable, not reliable here and there. Another thing is very unorganized. Another thing is a subtle clue is very unorganized and messy. Like, if you go to a person's house, you see their car or something, you see they have crap all over the place. That sometimes can be a sign of unstable or kind of chaotic or wild behavior. Or in some cases, they could be surgically clean. Some people might just be clean to a neurotic level, but that can be hard to detect right in the beginning. A lot of times you go over like, man, this person has crap everywhere. That can be the sign of a person who's unstable, a person who's a drifter, person who can never hold a job down, things like that for a girl. Maybe a guy's always drifting from job to job. They're always uncertain of what they want in life. They're always uncertain about the things they desire. That can be another thing to keep in mind. So another thing is they always have falling outs. Things never work right for them. They're constantly friends. They never always falling out with friends, always losing friends, and the family barely gets along with them now. And the majority of people always have things that are negative to say about them. Now, with caution, I'm not advocating to agree with what the majority says, because in a lot of cases the majority is wrong, and a lot of negative. Not a lot of times the majority can be wrong, can be dumb. But if the closest people to you are never getting along with you, you're constantly having falling out with your friends and family and things like that, you get to a point where you have to ask yourself, why is this person always having a falling out? Why is this person always enemies with somebody? Why is this person always the center of so much drama? And one thing that from a guy that women always say is, well, I'm different than all the other girls. I hate drama. That's a big flag. When girls tell you they're different than all the rest of them, that's another flag. Every girl says that I'm different than all the other girls. So that's a big red flag. Also, depending where you meet them. Now, I'm a daytime person. I'm out, I work a lot, I'm busy. I tend to wake up like at midnight to 2 in the morning, and I'm planning my day. I'm on the road a lot during the day, so I meet people during the daytime. So I tend to meet people who are, tend to be more stable, relaxed, take care of themselves, eat healthy, don't have tattoos all over. You know the kind of people I'm talking about. Now, if you're out in the night scene, that's the club and bar. Honestly, not the best place to look for a person if you're looking for a quality relationship. If you're looking to just have fun and have flings, fine. But just keep in mind, crazy places, crazy people. And even for me, even though I could just look and have fun, which is what I'm in that phase now, for me is more just getting out and enjoying myself, and just, I take a break from work. I don't want to meet people in crazy places, because crazy places, I don't want that drama and chaos. I don't need it. And that's, like I said, again, definitely moving. Another thing, speaking of crazy, is another saying, especially particularly probably more for women, it is crazy in the head, crazy in bed. So a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll give the woman who's really good in bed, love it, they get out of control, and they want to keep this person around, not realizing a lot of times that adventurous, don't care attitude is a byproduct of more crazy behavior. So, yeah, definitely. So a lot of people, bottom line is, seems too good to be true, chaotic, unorganized, messy, with a lot of stories constantly changing, lots of falling outs, a lot of things. These are some early signs that can kind of give you a hint. Keep out for these signs when you're out in the early scenes. They'll give you some hints that this person's unstable. And definitely let me know what you think about this in the beginning stage. This is the part 1 series, so let me know what you think about this. Do you agree with it, disagree with it? What are your experiences? Always definitely like, subscribe, check for new interesting content. The podcast is available, the video with video content's available. Look at all of that and transcend infinitely, and be back for part 2 of this series, where I talk about what to do when you're in a relationship and how to start breaking free, which would be part 3. Part 2 is going to be kind of how you're in there and how to kind of mitigate some of the damage and get out. So again, transcend infinitely.